So week 14 of the NFL season is here, believe it or not. I don't know where the time goes, and many teams are separating themselves, but there's still many teams competing for some final playoff spots. We're going to let you know who's in and who's out. Damian, you're the man with all the stats and whatnot. Let us know who's in on the AFC side of things.
All right, Tristan, go ahead and put them right here on the board right there. So these are my AFC playoff picks, Bert. I got the Bills, number one, the Chiefs, the Steelers, and the Texans. Those are your division winners. And then I got the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Broncos. Now, you see right there I have the Billies taking over the number one spot. I don't believe I think they've already lost 2 games this year, or maybe not, but I know they ain't losing very many. So I got them right there. I do have the Chiefs kind of slipping, losing to the Broncos once, as well as the Chargers. Pittsburgh, it's like every time I see Russ Wilson play, man, he just gets better. Houston, they're going to kind of back into their division because it's terrible. The Chargers, playing good football. Justin Herbert's the truth. Baltimore, they're a good team, but Pittsburgh's just, I think they're just the best team in that division. And then lastly, Denver. Bo Nix, man, he's been playing well. Shout out to our producer, Brandon, his wife, because she loves that Bo Nix, and Bo Nix is doing his thing.
And she's a big Steve Atwater fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I got. Now, let's go ahead real quick to my NFC picks real quick. Go ahead and run them. We got the Lions, the Eagles, the Falcons, the Rams, the Vikings, the Commanders in 6, and then the Packers. And that one, Bert, the NFC is just so loaded, man. The 2 division leaders aren't really the best there with the Falcons and the Rams, but the Vikings, Commanders, and Packers, I think they're going in for sure. But that's all for me. I got to see yours. Well, what is yours looking like?
All right, so we definitely have a lot of similarities. We'll start on the AFC side of things just like you did, so we can kind of maybe get a little bit of a comparison here. I'm going with the Chiefs as the top seed. I have them losing Week 18 to Denver, and I only chose that because I feel like maybe Andy Reid will rest some of the guys, and that's going to end up being a big game for Denver, followed by the Bills. I would love to see the Bills as the number 1 seed in the AFC, but just the Chiefs. You trust them until you can't. The Texans going to be the 3 seed, like you said, backing into the playoffs because their division is, well, rather pitiful, to put it kindly. This is a family channel. The Steelers going to win the AFC North behind your boy, Danger Russ. The Chargers in the 5th seed, followed by the Ravens, and then the Broncos. I have a lot more wins for the Broncos than you do, but they're riding high, and they had a great win on Monday night against Jameis Winston and the Browns. They really held them off, and the offense scored a lot of points. I believe in what Sean Payton is doing there. I remember when they drafted Bo Nix, I was kind of thinking, well, I don't know, maybe it's a stretch for a first-round pick, but it is working. Let's head on over to the National Football Conference. Lions in first, like you. I got them winning out.
16-1.
Yep, the Eagles 15-2. That team, when Saquon Barkley is rolling, that team is entirely different. Followed by the Seahawks, I have them over the Cardinals in terms of winning the NFC West. The Cardinals do not make it. Followed by the Buccaneers, they'll win. The Falcons, we were talking earlier, not as good as at least I thought they were going to be. Vikings, it's a shame that they'll finish 13-4 according to Bert, but the Lions, they will not catch them. The Packers, so 3 teams from the Norris division, as Chris Berman would say, represented. And then your Washington Commanders get in with the 7th seed and maybe can do some damage depending on who they play.
Absolutely, Bert. This would actually be the first time I've ever seen the Commanders win 11 games in my lifetime. Absolutely crazy. But definitely right now, what you see right there from the NFC especially, man, that is a loaded conference. There's so many really, really good teams. I think every team in that conference is going to win 10-plus games as I make the playoffs. And I think in the AFC, even though you had them, a lot higher, man, I don't think so. I think the NFC is the better conference in terms of the best teams. But, man, the AFC has the Bills and the Chiefs, man. It's hard to bet against those teams.
Absolutely. And the NFC is stacked. I think that the talent drop-off from the AFC, we'll just say good teams to the solid teams, is a lot steeper than the NFC. I know we're several weeks out and predictions will change, but just looking at what we put up there, do you have any Super Bowl matchup predictions?
Bills-Lions. That's what I think.
That'd be a
Bills-Lions.
great game.
We only got like 10 seconds, so what's yours?
Bills-Lions, and whoever wins, America wins.